There'd been flirtations of meeting up, quick snatch chats on MSN, but I thought, nah, this is the end. Another friendship gone. Time to move on. Because anything rooted in rootless nostalgia is doomed from the start, all sugar and violins with no muscle or heart. And I remember the afternoon of your depart. Your eyes glued to the train window, shot through with a sad bulging blue as we all stood on the platform and waved. Waved and waved, the painful awkwardness saved by your train pulling away with an ugly metallic creak. And over those 7 years, I get little trickles of shifts in your life through friends and friends of friends. You've got a long-term boyfriend, then a fiance, then you're pregnant, then you're married, the baby's called Liam. All these things arrive as tiny, muffled bombs that I diffuse in the margins of my brain because I've got nothing but disdain for that kind of way. All paid up, cuddly and settled, tagged with sickening pet names like Monkey or Petal, and just the words coffee morning dissolved my metal and made me want to take a handful of pills and run, rave, scream for the hills. A shell devoid of frills, blunted at the edges. Viewing existence as tiny, upward steps and insistence on living life like a pet. Kept in line, like stopped clocks kidded into still thinking they're still keeping time. Because I hear you're serving coffee at Costa, and I reckon it'll cost you your whole future. And I've got images of you serving lattes to dickheads with a sweaty forehead and a forced smile. And I reckon you're worth way more than a billion how are yous, which like anything else is, or thank yous. And I'm still struggling for independence. Still trying to fit the pieces together. Still a bit naive, still trying to make sense, still dressing like a teenager, still talking like Peter Pan just tripped over Chomsky, but the rent's piling on, and HSBC have me by the balls, still too often making that pathetic phone call, all right mum, can I borrow some money? And I've got the nerve to think of your life as gift wrapped, but who's the one who's really trapped? 7 years. 7 years. And I admit, I was originally tempted down to meet you by the promise of free food and booze at Wagamama's because our friend works there and I'm fucking skinned. But I see you, and my mouth becomes a mess of garbled words, waterlogged with cliches, because you've still got that same bounce, same glow, same shine, and you hug me, and it still feels like a billion pillows. But really though, as we chat, I feel all the stitches I sewed undo because you talk about all the waiting you've had to do. How love for someone else can sometimes hold you back. And I realise that a lack of compromise can sometimes leave you stranded, empty-handed, on an island of your own making. And I'm lucky enough not to have waited a single second. Lucky enough not to have reality really beckon. No babies. No marriage, no responsibility. Time to sit around and talk punk rock, veganism and anarchy. Life throws opposing in action, hands out for the catching, ratcheting it up. So still, but so assured, but that's time that most people can't afford. And I remember the cut of a chord, and I think of my mum. Now, she was moored with 2 growing boys on her own, and maybe it's not what she really wanted, but people get older and things fall out of range, their parameters change, stupid real life gets in the way, missed opportunities, missed hopes, missed dreams, sit on the waiting pile a mile from our concerns, and sometimes it's best to just let your losses burn. And I'm no hippie. I'm not saying go camp in a field, rub some stones together, get rid of your negative energy or any of that shite. And I'm certainly not saying that some things aren't worth the fight. But just for a moment, respect that free will is a luxury. And reflect on the fact that your choices can't always be right. And just when you think you've got your shit down tight, the ceiling might just cave in, and with bleeding fingernails you've got to scramble over the rubble to reach for daylight. Sitting still, doing nothing but reading, watching and rambling is never a gamble, never a risk. But putting your life on hold for someone that you love putting your life on the line for something you believe, that takes balls. You dust your bleeding knees off after every fall and still you keep going. Because with you, there's no shouldn'ts and there's no can'ts. And you taught me what it really means to take a chance. Cheers, thank you.
Yeah!
Right.